You know, the left might tell me to say I'm vertically challenged, but I like plain truth. I'm just short. Tim, thank you for having me here today. You know, the National Cancer Institute says that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer sometime in their lifetime. And in 2008, I became one of those women. At that time, my 5 children that are standing behind me were from the ages of 6 up to 14. They were just too young to lose their mom. Thankfully, my cancer was caught early through an annual mammogram, so I had multiple treatment options. Because we have the most advanced healthcare system in the world, my cancer was gone in 2 months. During my treatment and follow-up exams with my doctors, they got to know me pretty well. I'm a pretty talkative person. They learned about my family, my will to fight and survive. They learned about my beliefs and what I believed was worth living to fight for. And they talked to me about the language in the February 2009 stimulus package that established the Federal Coordinating Council for Comparative Effectiveness Research. And they told me that in the future that breast cancer patients like me might not have a choice in their treatments. In fact, Raynard Kington was acting director of the National Institutes of Health, and he testified before Congress in March 2009, and I'm going to quote him with some editing notes. He said, "Cost-effectiveness research will provide accurate and objective information to guide future policies." That was Obamacare. That support the allocation of health resources. That is rationing for the treatment of acute and chronic diseases across the lifespan. Obama's stimulus was just the beginning of asserting government influence and control over the medical industry and the lives of individual Americans. The Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, known as Obamacare, is not just about forcing everybody to buy health insurance. It's about controlling who gets medical treatments and which medical treatments they get. Yeah, and y'all remember Obama said that maybe you should just take the red pill instead of the blue pill because it costs less? Yeah, and then he said maybe grandma should just take a pain pill instead of having a pacemaker.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, and then recall that Nancy Pelosi preached to us that we just need to let Congress pass the bill before we find out what's in it. Well, I've got a short list of just a few of the things we've learned about over the last 2 years. Mandates and penalties on private and employer-provided insurance policies. Mandates and penalties on employers with regard to providing health insurance. Mandates and penalties on doctors and hospitals, taxes on medical devices, the IPAB Control Board, violations of religious conscience and freedoms, taxpayer-funded abortions. That's right. And then the new CBO estimates that came out last week that double the original cost. And of course, there's the individual mandate. It seems we learn something new and awful every week since Obamacare was passed, and everything we learn is about control, control, control. And none of these things promote freedom or liberty. You've heard before, and you'll hear it today from other speakers, that the most prevalent legal argument against Obamacare is the unconstitutional individual mandate that every American must purchase health insurance. Boo. I'm urging the Supreme Court to strike down Obamacare's unconstitutional violation of the federal government's limited and enumerated powers. And I'm standing before you today. I'm not a lawmaker. I'm not a judge. I'm a private citizen. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a breast cancer survivor. And I know the value of the best healthcare system in the world.